the conversations you missed during the commercials. Thank you so much for coming back to the table. We are talking about being savvy and single at any age. Back with us now is Titi Talabi. She is new to the dating scene, 31 years old, and says she's honest about the fact that she's still trying to just find herself before even locking in with Mr. Right. Also back with us, Michelle Lamb. She is back in the dating pool after 2 divorces. You've seen this beautiful actress here on the show and as a cast member on the dating reality show on Netflix, The Later Daters. And you know Lori Hanford as Rich Auntie Lori, cast member on The Later Daters. Also joining us, 2 sensational singers. Singles. Can you sing too? Singles. Also from The Later Daters, Anise Maston and Suzanne Doty. We had one juicy conversation, but you all shared so many good lessons. We had to keep the conversation going. And join the mix, we met Tessie Henry. Her love story was not featured on camera, but she got engaged to Greg, who was on the show, but met him after the show. It was a whole thing, And we just had to bring in all of the wisdom, because that's what I was so impressed with, right? Sometimes things work out, sometimes things don't. But I just thought it would be a great opportunity for someone like Titi, who's 31, and someone like Portia, who's 51. And we're all still trying to figure this out, right? Ladies, just jump in here. I want to hear like one of just the biggest lessons you've learned in the season. We talked about a little bit in the first part. But for the younger women who are trying to get comfortable and really on the other side of this, the early side of this.
I would go, you want to go? I would just say be yourself. Be comfortable in your own skin. You know what I mean? And you, on the last segment, you were saying those voices in your head, loop them to say something positive. I'm beautiful, I'm this, because you attract what you expect.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, you attract what you expect, and you're gorgeous. And just be intentional about dating. And it's okay to have boundaries.
Yes,
it's
indeed.
Okay.
Anise.
Speak it until you believe it to yourself. And also know what you want. It's okay to go out on a date. Every date was not meant to be forever, but you're going to learn and enjoy so many things on dating when you're dating.
Yeah. Tessie.
And I'd like to give you accolades for knowing that you needed to really be conscious of being yourself and who you wanted to be and what you want out of life at such a young age, to allow yourself the grace to not rush into things. I think that's a beautiful quality that you should really nurture and hold close to.
Yeah.
And just, don't step outside of your comfort zone. Be exactly who you are. Ask for exactly what you need, and you'll find the person that will complement your gorgeous soul.
Yes,
you are
indeed.
a beautiful,
indeed.
Ooh, wow. I was 32 when I got married the first time.
Wow.
So I was in school, get that career going, and take care of yourself first. Be what you want to build. And honestly, the rest kind of takes care of itself. Keep those boundaries up as well.
Yeah, you got some good advice from Michelle. I wanted to hear, what do you do? And I'd like your advice. You all to listen in, weigh in, aunties. When a man says, hey, how you doing? Like, what happens when a man tries to holler, so to speak? What do you do?
So I will say, maybe a couple years ago, I couldn't even recognize the fact when someone was
flirting. Yeah.
I would be like, is he or isn't he? But now, because I am a little more confident, I try to be natural with conversations. Before, I would try to think of all of the things he could say and then what I could respond. But now I try to just be in the moment and also understand the burden of the conversation is on both of us. It's not only on me. And I just allow them. I allow them to kind of also.
And it's okay to ask, do any of you have any advice? Is there a good conversation starter question that you have besides what do you do? How do you encourage someone to really learn who a fella is?
Compliments first.
So Logan, the dating coach that we had on Later Daters, she told me to keep the conversation deep. Don't start out with the superficial stuff, because that comes. So talk about a podcast or a book or
Matthew McConaughey wins again. I knew that joke was going to make its way into the show.
So that's kind of what I did. That was her dating advice for me. So I tried to kind of dive in a little bit deeper.
Yeah, Michelle, any advice for breaking the ice?
So mine's going to be a little bit opposite.
Okay.
I don't want to go that deep at first, and I don't want anyone to go that deep with me at first. I'm like, hold on, pump the brakes. So for me, I love sports. I love, as you saw on the whole day, it's like, I need to know who you working with. What's your team? If we not liking the same team, then that's gonna, that right there. Yeah, I just like fun things because I want to know the fun part of you. I'm probably different from all the other aunties. I like to get in the dirt, play around with it, this, that, and the other. I'm not so straight and narrow. That's probably why I'm single now, but
No, that's not. That's what makes all of us really dynamic. My first question, I mean, not first out the gate, but if I see and I'm like, okay, I always just cut to the chase. Do you believe in God? And do you act like it? And then are you married? And then are you legally divorced? Are you legally single? Right, then you start sort of unpacking. But the faith component is really important for me, so I like to start with what is important? So what do you think your first question might be now? Because I've had some people say, oh, that's too much. Also, so I'm like, oh, okay. That's real.
Yeah, the faith aspect is really important to me. I didn't grow up Christian, but it's super important to me now. I got saved in college. But that is probably the number one thing is like, do you believe in Jesus? Because that's what I believe, and that's an important just quality I look for in someone. And then after that, I like to understand if they're empathetic. That's something that's super important to me as well.
Oh my gosh, how into right?
31 questions. Are you empathetic? They're going to answer the real that you want to hear.
Yeah.
You think so? It's always going to be what you want to hear? Because I feel like you can play.
I feel like that when she goes on a date and he starts to talk, you smile and you nod your head because you're listening, not because you agree. And men are encouraged to continue talking. You don't have to ask 20 questions.
That's true.
By the end of that date, you'll know if you want to go on a second one.
You'll have a bunch
show
of
up as your
answers.
beautiful self, be agreeable, and also talk, but you don't have to worry about, did I ask the right questions? They're going to talk if you give them the space to talk.
Yeah.
And actions, too. Look at the actions.
The actions line up with the words.
People too. So one of the things that I did used to say after maybe the second or third.
I'm going to have to pause that just for a second because we're going to take a quick break and then just remind me when we get back because I forget. This is so interesting. I completely lost track of time. Stay with us. More conversation. What you do right after the break. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I really want to thank you for season 3 of Portia. It's because of loyal viewers like you that we keep getting to share this daily dose of positivity all across the country. So just a reminder, I still need you to like, comment, and subscribe. And go ahead and tell your friends. You can catch us now in Orlando, in San Francisco, in Atlanta, and all across the country on Fox Soul. Tell your friends. We'll see you soon on Portia.